Can you fly your drone from inside your vehicle? We're going to talk about it today, but first I want to mention today's video is sponsored by EcoFlow. The Black Friday EcoFlow sale is going on. They have some of the lowest prices that they've ever had on their portable power stations, their solar panels, and so much more. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, but let's get to the video talking about flying your drone from inside your vehicle. One of the most contentious subjects has to do with flying inside your vehicle. Anytime I post a video where I am inside my vehicle flying my drone, I get so many comments. There's so much disinformation out there. And I want to try to quell those questions and answer those questions that, yes, absolutely, you can fly your drone from sitting inside of your vehicle. So the first myth that I want to get rid of, so many people think that it's illegal because you can't maintain visual line of sight, and that's ridiculous. There's no rule against flying from inside a vehicle. The FAA does not put out a rule. There's no like legal, restrictions to flying from inside your vehicle. I live where it's cold, very, very cold, 4 months, 5 months out of the year, and I need to fly from inside my vehicle sometimes. And winter is here. You guys, winter is one of the best times to get some of the best looking aerial footage. And so if you want to get out there and get great footage, but it's very, very cold outside, it's okay. Fly from inside of your vehicle. So let's talk about that visual line of sight, like having that visual line of sight while being inside your vehicle. Now, before that, let's talk about the EcoFlow Black Friday sale. Don't skip this part of the video because if you do, you won't know how you can win this DJI Mini 3 drone right here that I'm giving away for Black Friday. Now, if you've been waiting to buy a portable power station, this is the absolute best time to do it. Hands down, the deepest discounts I've ever seen on EcoFlow products. Up to 58% off some of the best portable power stations and solar panels in the world. EcoFlow is the industry leader in portable power. And if you use the link in the video description and then you use this code right here at checkout, you're gonna get an extra 5% off those already low prices and possibly a set of free camping lights until November 30th. Now, nearly every unit and bundle that they offer is on sale for a limited time. And one of the most impressive deals right now is the Delta Pro Ultra. It's a whole home backup solution that offers unwavering emergency backup and energy independence. The Delta Pro is the best in class home backup power solution, and it's expandable, it's stackable, and it's movable, and it boasts advanced technologies and safeguards homes worldwide, reaching over 150,000 users around the globe. They even have a coupon available for an even bigger discount. Don't quite need a big home backup system like that? Then consider the Delta 2 or maybe the River 2 Pro that I'm using right now, both on sale right now. For more details on this amazing sale and a link to the best discounts, check the video description. If you want a chance to win this Mini 3 right here, all you have to do is check out those EcoFlow Black Friday sales by using the links in the video description. Come back here and comment. What's your favorite EcoFlow product that they have on sale right now? On this date, right here on the screen, I will randomly choose a comment and then I'll reply to it, reply to my reply, and I'll get your information and I'll ship this Mini 3 to you. Thanks to EcoFlow for sponsoring this video. Let's get right back to it. So visual line of sight, that's the most common question that I get when people see me flying from inside my vehicle. And they say, how can you keep visual line of sight while you are sitting inside of your vehicle? And it's very, very easy, you guys. Visual line of sight, I think the biggest reason that question comes up is because people don't really understand what visual line of sight means. So visual line of sight does not mean that you need to keep constant eye contact with your drone. It does not mean that, you guys. What it means is that you should be able to, at any time, glance up into the sky and see where your drone is, see the direction of travel, see its position and its altitude. That's all it is. It doesn't mean you have to stare at it the entire time, and that would be impossible, you guys. We have to use our controller, right? We have to be able to look down on our controller and see our settings and see our orientation and see if we're recording, and just, you can't watch your drone the whole time. So that's all it is. You have to be able to glance up and see your drone. Now, of course, if the drone is directly above your vehicle, you're not going to be able to see it and therefore cannot have visual line of sight. But if you position your vehicle in a way that you are facing the direction that you are flying the drone, there's no reason you can't see your drone. I can see my Mini 4 Pro up to 1,500 feet away while sitting in my vehicle, no problem at all. So keeping visual line of sight just has to do with how you position your vehicle and where you are flying the drone. If it's within the windshield view or your driver's side or even your passenger side window and you're able just to glance up and see where it's at, glance up, you are totally fine, you guys. You are keeping visual line of sight. So don't stress about that at all. If you're worried and you're sitting in your vehicle and you're like, God, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, don't. You never will. There's nothing wrong with flying inside your vehicle. Now, the other question that I get often as well, aren't you sitting in like a big Faraday box, like a big metal box, and therefore is your signal strength not affected? Sometimes it is, but very rarely, especially if you keep that visual line of sight and you keep it where you can see it. Like I said, I can fly my Mini 4 Pro 1,500 feet away, still be able to see it, and I've never lost signal. The number one reason for that is because it has 04 transmission. 04 transmission on the Air 3 and the Mini 4 Pro is incredible. Like I can't even describe how amazing the stability is of that video transmission signal, but it's not affected by sitting in your vehicle. Yes, you are in a big metal box, but I have never once lost connection as long as I keep visual line of sight with my Mini 4 Pro or my Air 3. So don't worry about signal strength, you guys. Now, there is one thing that I have to mention that is kind of an issue for me sometimes, and I'm gonna fix it this year. So every time I do fly from my vehicle, you know, you're looking down at your screen and then you have to look up, check your situational awareness, make sure everything's okay, make sure you know where your drone is and everything. So normally you're always looking down, right? You're looking down at your screen like this, you're controlling. So what I'm gonna do this year, because this is the most exciting thing, one of the most exciting things about the RC2 controller is that it has an output. So right now I have this plugged in. I have a USB-C to HDMI plugged into my TripleTech 9, my T9 Pro TripleTech tablet. So I just have this 4K input adapter from TripleTech plugged into the USB-C port on the TripleTech tablet, and then it's just connected to this HDMI to USB-C, and that plugs right into your RC2. So very, very convenient. Now, if you're not using the TripleTech or a tablet like this, you don't need this input adapter. You can just, if you have a monitor or a television or whatever, you can just plug this HDMI right into the TV and it'll immediately start, transmitting the signal from your RC2. Now, some people may wonder if there's any delay. You know, there might be a little bit of a delay between the RC2 and a tablet, like an external monitor. And there's maybe a couple of milliseconds, but I'll do the gimbal down. I'll push the C1 here and just watch. So as you can see, it's just not even a fraction of a second delay. So it's not anything that's, significant. There's a slight delay, but it's nothing that you're going to really notice. So yeah, pretty inexpensive setup. Like I said, I'll put everything down in the video description if you want to check it out. And like this thing right here, you don't need to get the TripleTech one. There's hundreds of different brands of this 4K input adapter, HDMI to USB-C adapter. So I'll just link a bunch of different ones down there. You guys can make a decision based on the reviews of those. But I just use this one because it came with the T9 Pro. So I now have an external monitor, so I can watch it on my screen, but I can also watch it on the monitor. And what that's going to do for me, it's going to allow me to have that visual line of sight and keep my eye on the monitor right at dash level. Okay, so if I'm flying straight ahead here, I don't have to look down constantly and then be looking up and then look down. It's right here, you guys. My eye is at the same level. Now, you don't have to get a TripleTech for this, you guys. TripleTech is amazing. It's the brightest tablet on the market right now. Sustained nits, 1200, or is it 1300? 1300 sustained nits, never goes dim no matter what the battery life is. Incredible tablet, but it's kind of expensive, right? So you don't have to get this tablet. You can use any Android tablet, and all you have to do is have like an app. Like I'm using an app called Next Camera. It's the one that TripleTech recommends, but it works on all Android tablets. You just download it from the Play Store. It's free. You plug in your RC2 with a USB-C to HDMI cable. But you could just plug this into, say, like a Samsung Galaxy Tab. You can get one of those for like $250, and they're great tablets. You could plug it into that, download Next Camera, and use that as an external monitor. You can also do this with an iPad. The problem is with an iPad, you need a different adapter, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'm going to link a video down below. It's a very small YouTuber gentleman that hooked up his RC2 to his television, I think it was to an iPad. I don't remember, but it was UVB. It's something like UVB, or I don't remember the name of it. But anyway, I'll put that video down there. You can check it out. It's got almost 20,000 views on it. So it's very educational, very short video if you want to learn how to connect your iPad to your RC2. But I think Android's the way to go just because it's easier and it's cheaper. And yeah, and so the other thing is, you guys, you can connect the RC2 just with a regular HDMI to USB-C, and you can plug this into a television. And so you can have like a big screen monitor. You can fly your drone using your RC2, but be watching on the big television monitor. It's kind of awkward. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's just kind of something fun that you can try or you can do. One thing, I did try it with a computer monitor, like one of my computer monitors. I tried to plug in the HDMI into that and plugged it into RC2. For some reason, that was not consistent. It would not, I don't know, it wouldn't stay on. Like I'd plug it in, I'd get the connection, but it would just drop off. Like it would just turn off, like the monitor would turn off. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong there. Okay, I lied. I actually got this to work, you guys. So here was the problem. The reason that was kept cutting out when I was using my monitor is because I was using this cheap piece of crap HDMI to USB-C adapter. You can't use that. You have to use a straight cable, USB-C cable to HDMI cable, then plug it into your monitor, and then it works great. So let's go ahead and just launch the Mini 4 Pro right here. And I just want to show you, look at that. How cool is that? Like, and then I have it just plugged in to my River 2 Pro. My EcoFlow River 2 Pro is powering the monitor right here. And then I can watch on the monitor, or I can have somebody with me watching on the monitor as I'm flying my drone. Wow, this is really, really cool. So I can take this anywhere, you guys. As long as I have my EcoFlow portable power station, I can fly with the TV anywhere it goes. So it's pretty cool. What's the disadvantage to doing this? Like having this set up with an external monitor? There's one thing, this is kind of hard to get used to, because when you're watching on the screen and you're flying your drone and you're watching, you know, your finger movements, you're watching your gimbal movements with your hands right here, everything's right here. And if you've been doing that for a very long time, you're used to that, right? If you're watching an external monitor while you're flying, you're not able to see your fingers and you're not able to see what your hands are doing. So there's kind of a disconnect between your movement, your hand movements, and watching on the screen. And so it feels really awkward at first. But after a couple of flights, you get used to it and you understand you kind of just rely on the screen rather than on your hands and your fingers, you know, your movements of your hands. So it takes some getting used to. So that is kind of one little disadvantage of doing this, but otherwise, you guys, this is the way to go, to have an external monitor and just have better line of sight in your vehicle. So yeah, it's pretty fun to try new things, right? And so if you guys have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. Hopefully I provided you with some information of value today. If I did, click on that thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks to EcoFlow for sponsoring this video. I want to thank you for watching the entire video today, everyone. Have a great day. And as always, fly safe and fly smart.